the first thing I want to do to start off this 100-day block is I want to fight something, and well, to do that I need actually a room to fight it in. I don't want it to run and ramp it all over my base, and oh my goodness, I love this 3x3 mining drill. Oh, I love you, baby. I got another room dug out, and I think I am just about ready. Now, the first thing I'm going to want to use is witch water, and witch water can convert one mob into another. So what we'll do is we'll grab some of the witch water out of this little automated witch water soul sand mycelium farm. I don't know what this is. Like, mycelium makes water turn into witch water, and then you can use soul sand. I don't know. Regardless, that's not what we're doing right now. I'm just going to take some water and move about my day. Now, I went ahead and made some dark steel armor. Look, I don't want to die. I am only 201 days into this, and I have at least probably 200 more days to go, so I got to be safe here. It's battle time. So you throw this little, like, puppet thing in there into the witch water, and, yeah, everything's cool. Everything seems cool. And then, oh, look, it's spawning. 26, 29%. Oh, baby. Yikes, that was scary. 2 hearts left? Holy cow, my day's almost ended. The next thing I want to do is I want to use some squid bait to get even just a single squid to farm. I don't need a lot, but I need one. So I made this like water tanks here near my crops over there. Hopefully, eventually it'll come. I know you need to be kind of close, but not too close. Come on, squid, I need you. Oh, it didn't take very long. I got a squid, and I'm going to use my golden lasso to lasso that puppy up. Okay, so now the next thing is, now that I have this, I'm going to drop this squid right there into this witch water. It turns into a ghast! Oh, baby, I just need one ghast. Okay, I can morph into it now. That did actually kind of scare me. But, so now, okay, so we'll pull out the witch water, we'll get the ghast tier, and then I should have an unlimited supply of ghast tiers next. Along the lines of trying to get all these different animals, I do need carrots for pigs. Luckily, I have this long 64 block farm here, so I can grab some carrots and make some pig bait next. Okay, that did not take long at all. I got a pig almost instantly, and now I can just use these carrots to speed up his growth. And because I need an adult pig. Come on, buddy. Come on, grow up. Grow up! Okay, and now you're doing the exact same thing. I'm going to take my adult pig, and oh, and now I got a piglin. And yeah, unfortunately, I got to kill you, my dude. Sorry. I know we could have been friends, but, well, not going to happen. Alright, so I knocked off some of the killing mob quests, and now we're going to get back to storage, because I have this big storage room that, unfortunately, it just doesn't quite fit exactly what I need. I need a little bit more auto-crafting, a little bit more storage, and I need to reconfigure things slightly. It's just a funny thing, like, I have so much room since this is, you know, underground and expandable forever, and yet I'm kind of out of room. So I'm using all these dense cables, all different colored so they don't connect to anything, and I'm still freaking out of room. All the time I'm out of room. I did some finagling, and I went from 6 up to 12 molecular assemblers. That doubles, obviously, as you can do the math as well as me, my molecular assembling processing. So it should be good for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately, this used a lot of channels, and my controllers are just about out of space. So I'm going to need to figure out how to add more controller faces. Now, you can attach to all sides. I thought it would be cool to not attach to the underside just for aesthetics, but I might need to. Yeah, but believe it or not, I'm actually out of power again because, yeah, every time you add something, it uses more power, and yeah. So I am upgrading all of my dynamos up to, what, the third level with both the augments and also the upgrades. Ugh. But I'm out of Grains of Infinity next, so I need to figure out how to get more and faster Grains of Infinity, and you can actually get that from sieving. I just need to maybe make a dedicated sieving area. This is so frustrating. Here I am back in storage again because my items are still going in the wrong storage drawer. So yeah, I think what I need to do is pull everything out and then re-put everything back in so that they go to the correct places. Oh man, it's such a pain. Yeah, okay, I remember now. So I figured out what I did wrong. I had all these import buses, so what I need to do is disconnect the storage bus because it was making a loop. So I disconnected the storage buses. I'm doing all 4 inputs, so I'm emptying out my entire ME system into it. Then I'll disconnect the import or the export bus and then put the storage bus. You know what I'm saying? This took ages, and man, look at all that bone meal, but finally I got it figured out. Bone meal may need its own dedicated drawer. I have a lot of it, but I'm going to be voiding it, honestly. After you get over 1,000, I don't know that you need that much more. That's 1,000 stacks, by the way. 1,000 stacks of bone meal. I probably am not going to need much more. So yeah, let's keep it in the die chest and move along. I do want to add more drawers, actually, because I'd like to have all of my really mass bulk items in storage drawers so they can always be upgradable and also void out all the rest. However, I'm going to be smarter about this one. So this one, I'm going to set up, actually, the import buses immediately first. Then I'll change them for storage buses after. This should save time because look at these freaking chickens. Now, I have turned off this export bus because I don't want to have the stuff coming in, but these chickens are crazy. They are laying, they're all 10, 10, 10 chickens, and they are laying items like nuts. So I think finally it's time to turn on all of my sieving, turn off all of my chickens, and bring everything back in. And yeah, there we go. Another 16 storage drawers, and I have room for a lot more than that in this little storage room that I have. Things should be good. I mean, honestly, we're getting really close to sort of done storage forever. I mean, this is a lot of storage. But hey, do you remember those 160 4K discs that I made? Well, it's time to import those puppies into another 16 disk drives. I mean, look, we should be good on storage for a long time. Now, of course, every time you increase anything, something else fails. Power's probably going to be an issue soon, but it's not an issue right now, so we'll move on. I mean, this is so cool. Look at all these drives, everything green, all like, you know, not full. So that's a really, really nice change. Oh, we got everything is now on storage buses. We are basically totally good for now. All we just got to do is rehook this up and everything's in the system. Nice. The next thing, I'm thinking about adding just a little bit of these aesthetics here just to make it look like these storage drawers aren't just floating up in the air, which they obviously are. So I made these pillars, but I don't think wood is the way to go. I mean, you know, I want to make this bunker look freaking sweet too, but yeah, you can't have drawers hovering in the air. So I tried actually using stone columns or quartz columns. I think they look a lot better. Just, yeah, it looks like maybe these could actually hypothetically exist. That's good. Things that can exist is a good thing. I had my chickens paused all this time while I worked because I was getting overwhelmed by the amount of stuff. So all of these are going to be completely full and they're all going to go. It's time to turn them on. Let's just see what happens. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Those are all items for my chickens that are all just going in the system and being put immediately in storage drawers. But as you probably guessed, yeah, we're out of power. I knew it was going to happen, but we're out of power. So each of these lava tanks has 8 dynamos on it, and I think I could probably expand that, and I think I need to. I have a solution, though, and that's going to be, of course, more digging. So the problem right now with my power is actually lava production, and I want to add more dynamos. I don't even just want to upgrade them more, I want to add more. So to do that, I need to expand my lava production, which I've done. I added another room here, and each one of these is now attached to 4 cauldrons, which can create a lot more lava. These are all fully upgraded as far as you can go, and I think they should be good. I now have 4 ender tanks feeding into my system of lava. I don't think I'm going to run out basically ever, but I really, really want to future-proof this. So as I add more magmatic dynamos to our system, I'm going to upgrade these all to the 3rd tier as well. The 4th tier is a little complicated for me right now, but at least the 3rd tier, I can put all these puppies in there and then attach another ender tank to them, and I should have 8 more dynamos times 3, because each power tower is going to get its own dynamo stack. So yeah, I'm adding 24 more. No, I'm sorry, I lied. 48 more dynamos. I'm adding 48 more fully upgradable dynamos. Holy cow, this is a big expansion. Okay, now these guys aren't fully upgraded, but they are upgraded to the 3rd tier, and we are good. All I gotta do is slap that ender tank up on top of each of these 3 power towers, and yeah, 48 more dynamos. Man, this is gonna be enough power for a long time, I hope. Oh, if it's not, I don't even know what else to do next. We're gonna have to move into like nuclear power or something. Jeez. I am quite sure that this is going to be the top. Look at this. Look how deep these power towers are. Each one hooked up to its own lava tank, so the tubes don't get too overfull. And yeah, I mean, man, come on. This is an absolute crap ton of power. This should be good, right? I hope. Now, I do want to make this look nice as well. So I want to have nice observation areas. So as people walk by our power tower, they see, wow, hey, look how much power you have. So I did that. So I built these amazing, like, cool little rooms where you can go in, you can see all the power towers. Might do a little divider there, yeah. And you can just see the power towers work. I just think it looks really, really cool. Man, I mean, come on, this is so freaking cool. The other thing is I need maintenance workers to be able to get to these. So I actually built down sort of underneath little maintenance halls. So that way our maintenance workers can get to the power towers without actually just going out where all the people are. So yeah, there are all these little access areas here where they can get and do work. When I say they, of course, I mean me. I can do some work. But also it's really nice for running cables and conduits and all that kind of stuff. The next thing I got to deal with, though, is my workforce is going to have to eat. So I'm going to be buying some seeds. Using emeralds, which I have a whole bunch of, I am going to get fruit trees and seeds and all the stuff I need to plant farms for when my sleeping people wake up. Because, yeah, they're going to be asleep for quite a while. But when they wake up, I want to have a whole bunch of food saved. We're moving up to another floor. Up until now, we've only had the 1st floor and the 2nd floor and also a basement. Now we're moving into the 3rd floor, and the 3rd floor is going to be all about crops. So it's time to seriously deal with the crops. So in addition to adding the 3rd floor, I actually added a lower basement too. I just want a place where I can do all the wiring and stuff in peace, because a lot of my wiring goes down all the way and then comes back up to where I need it to go. Since I'm building primarily vertically and not stretching out that far, it actually makes things a little bit easier, but I need space. I need space where cables can sort of intersect and cross, because they can't touch each other or they will connect, so you have to have extra space. Anyway, blah, 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 whatever. Adding the basement is really helpful. My goodness, I do not even want to say how much time I have spent just digging this area out for this other floor. I kind of forgot about how long it takes, but luckily with this exchanging gadget, it's a lot faster. I can sort of make the upper floors look as nice as the lower floors and just make it look like one cohesive build. And that's, yeah, there's some time involved here, but hey, it's faster with the exchanging gadget than without, that's for sure. Yeah, so right now I am pretty happy with sort of the main area here. Each hall is, well, done. Obviously I have to add more, but I'm really working on keeping the color coding straight so I can see at a glance which hallway I'm in. I think that kind of looks nice. Also, these things light up the place, so that's good too. But it's time to start adding in dirt. Again, thanks to my exchanging gadget, it doesn't take that long. My exchanger, man, this thing saves so much time, and I can just do the floors, the halls. I mean, my goodness. Add this to vanilla, Mojang. That would be so nice. Now, thanks to this market block, I was able to get all the seeds and everything I want. So I've just made a whole ton of power cells, because I'm going to power each farmer block separately, and those are going to give me all the seeds I want. Using one of these flat sort of transfer nodes, I can just transfer right out of the farmer and right into my white ender chest and bring everything into my system. These farmer blocks are really smart though, because they will keep all the seeds to replant first, and then they just put the excess into your system. Very, very, very nice. Spent some time and actually planted 10 more crops. 10 more crop fields, each one different and each one being automatically imported as they grow. I probably need to help speed it up just a little bit because I only have one of each, but after you get started, the farmer block will take care of the rest. I gotta say though, I mean, I planted 10 more, but there are just so many different crops, and I want my people to have all of them. Oh man, each one of these is going to require its own planting field. Oh wow, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here for a while. actually forgot a couple chickens. I forgot the demon metal chicken and a couple others, so amazingly, I have to actually expand my chicken setup very slightly. So I spent a little bit of time breeding yet more chickens to get those sort of last ones on the tier. But yeah, we gotta head back and make a few more farms. So, unbelievably, here we are making 10 more seed farms, and wow, a lot to go. I mean, a lot to go. This floor is really nice though. I mean, it's so nice to bring some greenery in, something that I didn't really have in any other part of the bunker. And just walking by all these fully functioning and fully planted crop fields, it is really nice. But my goodness, it is a huge, huge area, and we have a long way to go. Digging out even more rooms. I need to start combining these rooms, so I really want to have all of my seeds in one area and then maybe all of my like fruit trees and stuff in another area. The fruit trees will be much easier because I can run those with bonsai, but I don't think I can do a lot of the seeds. So I want to have actual functioning farms for the people when they wake up. And yeah, it's a lot. You know, I do just wonder when this is gonna sort of end. And part of digging all of this out is I need to charge up my drill pretty constantly. So I'm adding in wireless chargers all over the base. I mean, luckily I have wireless energy, so all I have to do is hook up my wireless energy cell to these chargers, and then every time I walk by, it does a pretty fast and pretty reasonably good job of charging up my drill, so I can dig out a lot more rooms without stopping to charge all the time. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it sped up things quite a lot. So I planned out more, I think 10 more rooms here, and luckily didn't have to stop even one time thanks to all of these wireless chargers that are just embedded within the walls now. Auto crafting and wireless charging has really saved me just a bucket load of time here. But honestly, another thing that would really help is I added a wireless terminal so I can access my stuff. I can't believe I haven't done that yet. But yeah, I added a wireless crafting terminal. So now everywhere I go, I can just pull up my little like Palm Pilot and get out whatever I need in addition to ordering crafts and things like that. So I don't have to walk down the hall. As some of these halls are kind of getting long, especially the crop hallway, that now I can just order stuff anywhere I am within my base. I just need to add more access points to spread out my range. Yeah, however, I do want all these to look really nice. And one thing that I'm really struggling for is a faster way to do this, honestly. The exchanger is great. There's got to be a faster way, though. I got to figure out how to go a little bit quicker in this as I'm doing literally dozens upon dozens and dozens of rooms for crops. Yeah, adding more wireless antennas. I just learned about these. These are really cool. They expand your wireless charging range a lot. So I'm going to need a lot less of these so I can spread them out. Again, I mentioned the hallways are getting quite long in the crop area especially. So now I only need 2 of these instead of before I was using 5. So yeah, big difference. These are my, believe it or not, finally, my last 6 seeds in the entire living quad. I only have 6 left, so that means 6 more rooms, and then I'm ready to move on with my life. This has been a journey. It's been a journey, but hey, you know what? We're down to the last 6. I moved all of the regular crops here as well. One crop that I do need quite a bit of because of summoning mobs down the road is I need actually like wheat too. So I have several wheat fields just to get a nice big backup. Eventually also I might get into fluid cows, and if I do get into fluid cows, I'm gonna need a whole ton of wheat to auto breed those guys. So it's good to have several wheat farms working at all times. Finally, time for this original, my very first crop farm to kind of go away. And I think this might end up turning into maybe a park or something like that, because I have all this dirt already placed down. Cover up the water so it'll turn back into regular dirt, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I think it's time for these guys to go. They all have their own fields now. And in fact, actually, all these mobs that are just kind of randomly popping up in my grass areas, they can all go live over here all together. Yeah, we'll have a little barn. This should smell nice. It's officially day 250, and I've spent basically this entire 50 days just like farming, which, I mean, it's good. I need to do it, you know, upgrading my power and stuff, but yeah, I'm kind of ready for something else here, but, well, I don't know. Let's see what's next. Well, you know, I mentioned it. I think after looking at the book quite a bit, I think that my next move, and I gotta tell you, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, but I think the next move is fluid cows. I think I gotta get into them because, you know, I have chickens for all the items, and now I have all my crops planted, but there's a lot of fluids that I really could get, and once I get all those fluids automated, they can stay in tanks. They could even be imported into my ME system. Oh, man. Oh, fluid cows. Yeah, oh, these guys are a pain. These guys are really a pain. So you got to breed them together, and there are some automatic breeding systems, but you got to make like a water cow with a regular cow, and then they can breed into like an obsidian cow. It's kind of endless. It's like chickens, but more annoying because there aren't automatic. There's not like a roost like the chickens have. So one thing that I really do need though is an automatic way to make concrete. So while I'm waiting for my cows to breed, because yeah, you can only breed them every 5 minutes, which stinks. So I want to make a hydrator for my concrete. So I don't really exactly know how to do this. It's kind of new. It appears that the hydrator does need water, of course, so I now have an automatic source of water, and that can go in, insert the water, and I think I can just insert, like, concrete powder and get out concrete, so maybe I could just automate this to just have endless supplies of white concrete? That'd be nice. Yeah, so if I'm going to be automating concrete, well, I need to automate also gravel and sand, and I do have some of that, but a lot of that's getting sieved, and I need to have concrete on command, just as kind of working just all the time. So I have 2 more sag mills, one for sand and one for gravel, just coming off of a cobblestone generator that's very upgraded. Should be good. I mean, it's a pretty serious machine. I'm going to upgrade these with the highest capacitor that I can currently make. This should be very, very fast. Again, it's going to be chewing through my power, but this should be putting in all the gravel and all the sand that I could ever want. Yeah, now next, I need a place to actually put all this, so I want to have some big storage drawers over here where I'm going to be able to put that up to the very highest capacity just for like cobblestone, gravel, sand, and I decided instead of storage drawers, I'm going to go with barrels. Not something I've used very much of, but they have a much higher maximum capacity. Should be pretty good. Look, this is pretty awesome. Look how much I have in there. Already over 200 stacks of cobblestone. It's all being put in there. And then after I get it all imported, then I'll change the storage buses just like I did over in the storage drawers. This should be pretty good for the items I have a whole ton of. Next thing I want to do is get the old hydrator working. It's working okay. Right now I only have one set up because I just am making a whole bunch of this black concrete. I think it's working all right, but yeah, I might need more than one. But hey, you know what? It's time to get the cows. Unfortunately, I have a problem. I can't breed them, and I don't know why. They just won't breed, but I have a suspicion maybe I can't use a regular cow. So I want to try to craft, yeah, here we go, a fluid cow milk. How is that different than regular cow? I don't know. They can breed, I guess. So let's get this regular cow out of here. Try the fluid cow milk and see if these two dudes... Hey, guys, you two. Oh, you will breed. Yep, so that's it. So regular cow, you're dead to me. You know, the nice thing about these flat transfer nodes, first, they're super clean. You don't need a whole bunch of pipes, but also you can make fluid transfer nodes, and that is freaking sweet. So I'm adding all of these cow stalls, so I can put a cow in there. It'll automatically transfer the fluid into all different colored of ender tanks. I should have basically every fluid available in short order. Oops, did I say short order? I mean in infinite time. Infinite freaking time. The 5-minute countdown timer on getting these guys to rebreed really stinks. I don't know if there's a way around it, but man, it is a back-breaking pain. Now, okay, so while waiting infinite time here for my cows to breed, I started adding this witch water timer to my breeder because what I want to get is I want to get weather, drops of evil and wither skulls and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know if this is the best way to go or not. I need a better way to get sort of the nether stuff. I'm not really sure of how to do it, honestly. Breeding my cows again. Can you believe it? I am. Yeah, it's true. I'm breeding my cows again. Because here's the thing. If you breed, say, this molten obsidian and liquid blue slime cow, there is like a 3% chance that you're going to get either the mom cow, the dad cow, or the new kind of like hybrid cow that you really want. So all the time, like I'll breed these two and I get like another liquid blue slime cow. Well, I don't need that. So that one goes in lava. I mean, goes to the farm up north. And sorry, I did make a little, just don't question where that goes. So I'm in my 5-minute cooldown timer for my freaking cows to breed. And you know, I was talking about wither stuff. I'm going to need nether stars or wither stars soon, like and maybe a lot. So I got to figure out exactly how to do that. And I don't love the system I currently have. Right now I just have this, it's on a timer. So basically it kicks out witch water every, like for a few seconds, then takes it out for a few seconds. So then a skeleton can spawn and turn into witch. It's just, this isn't the way to go. So instead, I waited until I got one wither skull and I filled up a soul vial. And I'm wondering if I can make a spawner that will spawn wither skeletons only. It might take a lot of power, but at least then I would get it. It's really great. I'm sitting here with a 5-minute timer on my phone. So every 5 minutes, I go back to breed my cows and then I leave for 5 minutes and go do other things. I'm working on the base. This is not the best way to go about this. Okay, look at that dude. So now, okay, so I'm using, instead of the soul vial, I'm using the syringe. I'm going to try to be able to summon them with RF tools. I'm not sure why this isn't working. Oh, I see. I have to actually hit it to fill it. Okay, so I'm going to fill a syringe with wither skeleton. Right? This should work. I believe this should work. I hope this will work. I do need space for a new mob farm, and I have an idea. Remember these original fields where I just had some grass? I don't really need the grass anymore, so let's use this area to make a mob farm. It's very close to my just general purpose mob farm with these cursed earth, so I think this seems like a good place. I think how this works is you have these spawners on the side, and they sort of beam something over. I don't know how this works. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how to do this. Okay, maybe you only need one spawner and then you use these matter beamers to actually beam the stuff, because to spawn something you do need 3 items. So to spawn like a wither skeleton, I can't remember exactly what you need. You need like bones and something else, and then that will beam it to the spawner. So maybe the spawner, I don't know, maybe this isn't where the spawner goes. Okay, like infinite trial and error later, I figured out how this works. So these do have to have RF, or like a signal to turn on, and they do need power, and then you put the item in there, and then that can be piped in or whatever. So you have 3 of the matter beamers, and I put them separated. See how they're beaming to the spawner? And then the spawner beams right on top of it, it'll bring in the mob. So it does require power, there is a cooldown, and it requires quite a bit of items, but if I have the items, I should hypothetically be able to get a whole bunch of wither skulls, which is going to lead me to getting nether stars soon. Now, I have an idea that maybe I could use chickens to power this whole thing. I think that should work. I mean, I have lots of chickens, and they are really fast once I get them going all the way. So I'm actually just making some more chickens just to have a whole bunch of them on hand. Now, one of the things I need to summon these wither skeletons is actually netherrack. And the way you get netherrack is by putting redstone into a stone barrel with lava in it. So with those redstone chickens I just made, I can now pipe this redstone straight into this barrel, which is getting automatic lava filled. And that should, if it works, give me netherrack. Then I can take that netherrack and pipe it straight into one of those matter transfers. And that one should be completely automated. Now, there's going to be a few other holdups, but at least 1 out of the 3 is done. Okay, it's pretty slow. It's working, but it's slow. After coming back from breeding my cows again, I checked, and yeah, the netherrack is actually right now currently the holdup. So I'm going to expand that by 3, add 3 more cauldrons, pumping in lava. The redstone is fine. It's the lava that's not fine enough. It's just going through it too slowly, so we're going to triple that. The other thing you need, one of the other things, is wheat. And so I made 1 wheat field, and I think what I might end up doing is tripling that as well. So that way we'll have netherrack and we'll have wheat completely automated. Again, bones is the one holdup. Right now I'm using my main farm, but it's not great. In order to speed up my wheat, you can actually use worms. So I have this one grass field I haven't done anything with, and I'm just hoeing it every once in a while, and you occasionally get worms when you hoe specifically grass. So hopefully I can get 9 worms, and then I'll let the grass respread, and I'll do it again and again and again. Worms do speed. They're like automatic bone meal for your crops. Another thing you can do to speed up crops, because I'm trying to not end up tripling my wheat, as I'm trying to just use one, but you can add a sprinkler. So I added the sprinkler in here, and it's a pretty noticeable effect once I added that. Like, I'm going to be getting quite a bit of wheat. Here's why I needed the wheat, in addition to just the skeleton, is I want to automate breeding my cows. And to do that, it takes an absolute ton of wheat. So you'd use this wheat and you make this special powder stuff that can automatically breed the cows, so I don't have to constantly going back there every 5 minutes. Pretty nice. Okay, I wildly underestimated how much wheat it takes to automatically breed these cows. It's insane. So even with my new wheat field that I have that's going into my spawner with the worms and the sprinkler, it's not nearly enough. So I am going to have to add more fields indeed, and I'm going to add more fields with more worms and with sprinklers just to breed these guys. Again, this is all to save me going back there every 5 minutes. It's worth it. So 2 more wheat fields on the way. Boom, there we go. 2 more wheat fields with sprinkler and worms should be good. Now, I hope, oh geez, I hope. I am so tired of digging out fields, honestly. I've spent so much time digging out crop fields. You know, I mean, you do what you gotta do, but yikes. Okay, in just the amount of time I was digging out those extra fields, I was able to get a couple of wither skeleton skulls. So it's a good start. It's not super fast, but it is going to be running basically all the time as long as the bones that I get can keep up. And that is still kind of a problem. That's kind of a bottleneck of my system. I don't know if you can hear, but they're building a house literally right next to me right now. So there is just constant pounding. I'm trying to record within the pounding, but if you hear it, well, that's what's going on. I'm not beating on my own wooden head here. It's actually people building a house next to me. So I organized my mob storage to add in sort of the wither stuff, including the drops of evil and all that other stuff. But this should probably eventually go into my ME system. It's taking up a lot of space, and also I don't have real access to it. So yeah, I think it's time to probably put all that automatically in. Yeah, well, in an effort to speed up my harvesting of my mob farm, I actually took down everything, and it's all going to go to a white ender chest, as I usually do, and that should speed up things pretty darn well. However, this is all in an effort to get more bones. So one of the things I had to do was remove that witch water stuff. Since now I have a wither skeleton spawner that's going all the time, I can get rid of the witch water completely and really focus on just bringing in more bones. But I might need even more space, unfortunately. I might need maybe another mob farm, which is going to be a whole bunch of junk just to get more bones as fast as I can. I made another color of ender chest just to hold only bones, and that's just going to be gray. Is it dark gray, light gray, I think? And that way, that'll have hopefully full of bones at all times, but we'll see, because that with the spawner really chews through them quickly, as you can see right here. Yeah, it's going through, oops, that's not the right thing. It's going through the bones really fast. Still the bottom, I got to solve this problem. I actually spent a decent amount of time trying to figure out, because there is such a thing as a bone chicken, but I was pretty sure I knew the answer to this, but yeah, it's just a bone meal chicken. It doesn't kick out bones, and you can't make bone meal into bones, or that would have solved my problem completely. Well, during all this time that I've been messing around, I've actually gotten a decent amount of wither skulls, so I think it's time to actually make the wither summoning area. And there are some blocks that are wither-proof, and I'm absolutely going to use those because I do not want a wither chewing through my bunker. So this is going to be the area that we summon the wither in. Should be good. I'm going to need a big basement to deal with everything, so I'm going to make it out of these sort of, I don't know, reinforced plate looking blocks, so it makes it look like it's pretty secure. Unfortunately, I need more obsidian, so I just started making more because these are pretty pricey for the wither-proof blocks. It's really slick. There's actually even wither-proof glass, so it, believe it or not, is now officially wither fighting time. I'm not going to bother automating this. I don't need that many wither stars. I just need enough, so I can just put these on here, and I have a grinder, which does kill the wither almost instantly. So let's just see what happens. This guy's going to blow up and be dead, right? Just like that. Maybe I was a little bit close, but yeah, just like that. He's dead, and I got a wither star. Now, again, I'm not automating this. I can do this by hand. Not a big deal whenever I need more, but yeah, pretty quick. I actually made a little experience obelisk here where you can just store experience. I mean, granted, you know, if I die, the world's over and all that kind of stuff, but it might be a nice place to be able to have access to that for either if I want to enchant things or however, just a place to just store the experience I get. Not that I get that much, but I have access to it because I do get those solidified experience orbs, which you can just like throw on the ground and get tons of experience. So yeah, it's pretty good. You know, I want to try this. Apparently, there's something you can do with the chickens where you hit a chicken with a stick and it becomes like an angry chicken. Look at those eyes. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to hit it and just... I'm a little nervous, honestly. I have the grinder off. So, I don't know. I'm just going to hit it. Hit it. What's he doing? Oh, he's getting angry. Oh, look, his wings are going crazy. Yeah, kill it. Kill it. Okay, killed it. Yeah, okay. That grinder is amazing. And what did I get? I got a chicken stick. What do I use the chicken stick for? I don't know. Okay, I did a little reading in the book, and yeah, so there's apparently a thing where you can do with an ender chicken. I think this is, since the end is like a stone block, like, you know, it's not like a regular end. So I think what I can do is I'm using some of this wither glass. I'm gonna try to summon the I'm gonna use a grinder. Summon the ender chicken in here. I really don't know what to expect. Really at all, honestly. Give this thing some power and, I don't know, let's see what happens. I thought I was just supposed to throw a diamond block and like an egg in there, but that didn't do anything. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh, you just throw it on. Oh, I missed. Oh, it's summoning. Look, there's summoning bar. Okay. All right, well, okay. Something's going on. This is new to me. This is new to me. I mean, okay, that looks... Okay, that just broke the key. Oh, that just broke the wither key. Okay, it's much bigger than I. Oh, I'm in trouble. It's much bigger than I thought. Throw the witherproof glass up there. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, surely I'm safe here, right? Surely I am. How big is? Oh my! Can you see how big that is? Look how big the ender chicken is. Okay, now full disclosure. There's something wrong with this mod pack right now. I did kill the ender chicken the natural way, but I need Dragon's Breath to progress in this mod pack, and I can't get it. So I went into actually a creative test backup copy of this world, and yeah, it just doesn't work. There's like a broken something. So I wanted to show it on camera because, you know, say what you want about me, but I'm not a cheater. So I want to show you, you can't get Dragon's Breath or Ender Chicken Breath, whatever it's called in this mod pack, any other way. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, cheat that in. So I went back into my main world and I did just like cheat it in as if I got it the right way. I don't know any other way. It just didn't work. And there's no way to progress without it, unfortunately. So yeah, so full disclosure, I showed it, so I'm not a cheater. But here's why I needed the Nether Star and the Ender Chicken Breath, the Dragon Breath, whatever, is to make a Philosopher's Stone, because we're getting into Project E. This is going to be the answer to everything going forward. I forgot that Project E was in this pack. But yeah, with this, we can automate literally everything. We just need to get some of this sort of dust to start with, and then once we do, man, that's it. Everything else can be automated. This is going to be really, really fun, but I need to figure out how to actually start collecting EMC to get that. One of the first things that we have to do is get into Draconic Evolution a little bit. So I made a Draconic Evolution, what's it called? A fusion? Yeah, fusion crafting. And I'm going to start with, if I can get it to go the right way, I'm going to start with that first and see what else we can do. Because a lot of stuff, what Draconic Evolution fusion tables, they can change one thing into another, and that's the only crafting mechanic for some of the really advanced stuff. So I have it, I think, set to automate. We'll see if anything goes into the right places, but I think I have this all set up right. After a decent amount of charging, I think this can actually make an energy collector, just a tier 1 regular old energy collector, which can start to collect EMC basically for free, like just from the quote sun. And I realize that we're in an underground bunker, but you know what I'm saying. It's Minecraft, right? Oh, it's going, it's charging. You're making a furnace into an energy collector. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of them to do this, unfortunately. And to do that, I'm gonna actually need 9 more nether stars to get up to sort of the next level of it. But at least for right now, we have some fusion crafting going on. Hey, look, it's my Tinker's Construct smeltery. I haven't seen this in a while, but I want to make a cleaver. And the cool thing about a cleaver is you can upgrade it to have a really, really high chance of beheading. And with beheading, you guessed it, we're heading back to the Wither Skeleton farm. This cleaver can be upgraded again to add like luck and beheading. You can get a lot of skulls really quickly, but I don't want to stand there and kill these things. I need to figure out some way to automate this. But boy, that's going to be complicated. Yeah, so right now I'm just killing them. I open up a little hole and I'm just standing there and I'm getting in a decent amount of wither skeletons, but I don't want to stand here for the rest of my life. Gotta figure out how to upgrade this. But for right now, okay. For right now, it's okay. And with that, I got 9 more wither skulls after just a little bit of grind, and I'm able to upgrade this to a second tier of, is it called an energy collector? I think it is, but yeah, second tier, it does a lot faster, like an infinite amount faster. This is gonna be the highway to a lot more stuff. Yeah, and here it is. Here's my first energy collector all set up, and I'm going to be making an alchemical chest in it, which is going to be basically for free. Anything I put into this chest becomes EMC, which can give me 1 faster. So I need a faster way to make this, and I think I can use chickens. So by using my mechanical crafter and my philosopher's stone, I'm able to actually make this stuff, which is all different kinds of fuel from Project E. Each one of these can be automatically crafted, and then once I do that, I can actually just dump them into my energy collector, which should then create EMC way faster than just getting it from the sun. My goodness, this is super complicated. So I have a couple of diamond chickens and a whole bunch of coal chickens. It requires a lot more coal than diamonds, and some mechanical crafters which are making blocks and which are combining everything into all these different fuel sources. I think this will work, but just getting all the pipes and all the conduits to go to the right places, it is a headache and a half. I have been just sort of sitting here, drinking my coffee, trying to figure out how to make this work quite a bit, but I think I'm on the right path. It's just complicated. Oh, it took a while, but I figured it out. And then actually, after I figured it out, I doubled it. So we're getting dark matter right there. That dark matter is worth a ton of EMC. So I can just pick it up and dump it into my chest and get a lot more EMC, which it's kind of like a ball rolling downhill, like a snowball, right? At first, it starts with just a little bit, but then the more you make, the more you can make. So the more dark matter I make, I add EMC, then I can add more energy collectors, and just as it rolls downhill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And yeah, we may need to even enhance this more, but it is working and it's completely free, which I like a lot. Yeah, I expanded again. Again, more chickens. I'm making more chickens. Look how many coal chickens I have. I've actually been breeding them in this room just to save time from walking back and forth. But look at how many coal chickens I need to just keep up with the production. The diamond chickens are doing fine. It's these coal chickens that... And these are all 10, 10, 10 chickens. I mean, it is nuts. They're super fast, but still not keeping up with how many I need. Yeah, the next thing I've got to do, right now I am still killing wither skeletons by hand. I have got to speed this up. I mean, I'm getting a lot of skulls, but I just got to figure out a way that this can run sort of without me here. Kind of a pain. But look, it's really expensive, but it's worth it, because once we get into Draconic Evolution, stuff is rolling. So I'm going to upgrade my fusion injectors to the next tier, which requires a lot of stuff. They're very expensive, but once I do, then I can actually tier the very highest, the awakened blocks. And yeah, that is some serious endgame level crafting. I am using even more of these. I just keep on adding more and more. These are all tier 3 now. So now we're starting to collect some pretty fast EMC. I'm making these little like clusters, and look how much faster it is. I mean, I'm getting thousands of EMC like every second now. And every time I make more, I just keep expanding. This whole room that I built is going to be full of these. This is going to be pretty darn fast. 3,000 diamonds just for my 1 diamond chicken. And then what I can do is I can just dump these diamonds in, and look at that. So I'm just getting more and more and more EMC. I mean, the runaway snowball going downhill is running away and going downhill. Oh, I may have found a little bit of a cheat in this mod pack. Terra Steel chickens. TerraSteel chickens at 10-10-10 still produce TerraSteel ingots really quickly, but TerraSteel ingots is an absolutely insane amount of EMC, like a crazy time insane amount. So if I bought a bunch of TerraSteel, look at it, look. I mean, if I got a whole bunch of TerraSteel chickens that were all 10-10-10 chickens, man, we would be in business. This is a nuts amount of EMC. Those are tier 3 energy collectors, by the way. Yeah, crazy. And believe it or not, we are on day 300 officially in this bunker. I have one more 100 days left in this. If you're excited to see the series, definitely let me know. But I'm psyched about it. I mean, I'm psyched about the bunker. I'm psyched about how far we've come. If you're wondering, I think I put it in the beginning of the video, but there's a lore segment telling us about James, about what he's doing right about now. The Inquisitors have done something to this world. I'm stuck 8 million years before the time of Steve Tepic and his resistance against Cal, but that's not my only issue. The Inquisitors have somehow sent a zombie plague to this world and is spreading wildly, wiping out all human life. At this rate, when Steve Tepic is teleported here, there will be no humans left for him to recruit to our fight. The Oracle has the power to teleport me to Steve's time, but I can't go now because thanks to our evil friends, the two timelines are diverging. The only chance we have is to help save enough people here in this time and somehow freeze them for 8 million years until Dr. Tepic arrives here. We have to defeat Cal, and if we don't, he will continue on and destroy all life in the entire universe. I have to stay here and find a way to help save the people remaining on this planet. I just don't know how yet.